Good morning and happy Wednesday. Welcome to Jots and Tittles with Lauren Grace. For those of you who celebrate it, it's Groundhog Day. Either we're going to repeat everything over and over again or it's going to get better. I really don't care what the groundhog sees. I just want COVID to leave. So there are my thoughts on the day. So this week's book of the week is Not the Bodyguard's Baby. Which is kind of ironic. I didn't choose the order of these. I let Mara put them on a spinner and it just randomized them for her. Because Not the Bodyguard's Baby was the first bodyguard book I wrote because of the reader feedback on Mending Images, which was last week's book. Now, listen closely. Today, Wednesday the 2nd, and tomorrow, Thursday the 3rd, Not the Bodyguard's Baby is free on Kindle. So let everybody know it's free. It's a free book. One of the questions I get asked about Not the Bodyguard's Baby has to do with the plot. Obviously, there's a baby involved and it's not his, but when I was writing this, I was thinking a lot about postpartum depression for various reasons, not myself. I have been through it 3 lovely, nasty, not fun times. With the twins, it was probably the worst of the 3 times. And the first time I had no clue what was going on. The second, I really I was kind of like, whoa, I'm like crazy. And I worried, will someone come take me away, or, because it wasn't talked about. And then when I did talk to friends, they're like, oh, just a few people get it. But in the 20 years since having my youngest, I have discovered a lot more women have postpartum than I thought 20 years ago. But we still don't talk about it as much as we should or could. So I made it part of the plot point. And as some of the readers have noticed and commented, I did not make postpartum depression on September's part nearly as dark as it is. One, I didn't want to trigger people who had been through it. But 2, I didn't want to scare people out of talking. Postpartum depression does need to be talked about. One of the cool things I discovered when I was researching for Not the Bodyguard's Baby was that there are several programs at inpatient clinics specifically for mothers who are suffering from PPD that allow them to bring in their child and or children for part of the day. So they're not isolated while they are going through therapy and finding a solution that does help them. When I suffered from PPD, especially the last time, I was on medication. I may have been the time before. I don't remember. Having 4 kids in 4 years, there's some memories that don't stay with me. But I did find a medication that worked, and it did make things better. Postpartum depression is a little bit different than other mental illnesses because it has a specific trigger, and it usually has a specific end. So that is why I included it, is to start conversations. The book was never intended to be a medical guide, still isn't, but it is meant to be a prompt to maybe help someone decide to talk to their doctor or their mother or their sister or a friend and go, hey, something's wrong here. What can I do? What should I do? So yes, it may, like I said, some readers found that it was too heavy of a topic in there. Um, but if I can use my writing to help people talk about real world problems and hopefully make a real world lives better, because we all don't get to be like September and marry the bicep guy. Um, but, and marrying a bicep doesn't make things better, by the way, either. You know, he could be a really bad bicep, but this is Adam. And Adam Hastings is awesome because, well, to be honest, he's imaginary. And he does have some problems, but they're imaginary problems. But yeah, if I can help with real world problems, that is one of the things I would like to do. So anyway, free Tuesday the 2nd, no, Wednesday the 2nd, and Thursday the 3rd on Amazon Kindle. Share with your friends, let them know. And especially if you have somebody who you think may need to start a conversation, be it a grandmother of somebody or whatever, let them know. Get the conversation started, and let's bring postpartum depression out of where new moms have to hide it. Have a great week. I'll see you next Wednesday.